I can lose. Quarter zip, zip, zip.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is first video of a brand new year, 2019. And the special thing about today's video is it's my birthday. So we are going to go do a little day hike at Shades State Park. We are going to check out their backpackers loop. It's supposed to be like, I don't know, 5.1-ish miles as a loop with a campsite at the farthest point out. So about 2.5 out, 2.5 back. So we packed a little lunch to have a little hot lunch in the middle of the trail and to do a nice little day hike on my birthday. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Also have a couple new items of gear we're looking forward to trying out. And we're bringing Daisy with us today. So that should be a fun and interesting experience for all of us. So we'll see you out there on the trail. What's up, guys? We're at Shades State Park. It is a brisk January day. Supposed to be mid-30s, high of 40 maybe today. Like I said, we're hitting the backpackers loop, which starts, I don't know if you can see it behind me or not, over that way, about 100 feet. We parked in the Hickory parking lot. There's like the Hickory shelter. Apparently there's modern restrooms here and everything. So if you need a little urination station break before the trail, this is the place to start. Now there's a whole bunch of other trails in the park as well that you can go do. And the backpacker loop oddly kind of goes off the map that you get at the gatehouse. So the trail itself really isn't mapped that great, and it's accessible only through backpacking. So it doesn't look like many of the other trails connect to it, although it does go through the car camping area. So we'll briefly see that. I have camped here at Shades before, and I will say it's probably the worst raccoons I've ever seen in that car camping area. So I don't know if it's that bad out in the backpacking campsite at the end of the trail, but other than that, it was a pretty nice camp. So, we're going to hit the trail, and we'll see you out there. So apparently the campsite is closed for the season, but we're not camping, we are just backpacking. So we're going to go do the trail, which is right here, which will also take you to the campgrounds. So the trail kind of dead ends into this flooded part, and neither me or Melissa feel like getting our feet wet, and I can see the semblance of it coming out the other side. So we are going to do the whole not go in the water thing and go around and find trail again thing.
Ta-da!
So we survived the flooded trail. All is right with the world. So we found the split of the trail. We still haven't got to the campsite yet, but it's only been like a quarter mile too. So at this point, I think we're at the direction we're heading. So we have found the split in the trail. So if you go to the car camping sites, you'll head down that way. But we are going to keep on this one, I think. I'm not actually 100% sure, so we're going to double check the map and figure that out real quick, because it doesn't really say which one the backpacking loop is, and I have a feeling the backpacking loop goes through the campsite though, so we actually might be going this way, but we will leave you know. So suspicions have been confirmed. We will be going on the split towards the campgrounds because that's where the backpacking trail goes. The Trail 8 is actually a different trail that goes into Shade State Park for you to, there's a series of trails kind of interconnected there for you to do. So we're going to head to the backpacking trail. Here is the split for the campsites of the backpacking trail. We're going to go to the campsites for a quick second to use the facilities. And then we'll be back on the trail. All right. Facilities have been utilized. And we are back at the junction and heading to the backpack camp. So when we started, the ground was all frozen, sun was just coming up. And now that the sun's up a little bit and it's starting to get a little warmer, all the ground's defrosting and it's going to be pretty sloshy, I think, on the way home. But there is not a single other soul in this park today, I don't think. I didn't see a single car coming in, at the parking lots, at the campsites, anything. So it should be a nice quiet day in the woods. So a couple things going on today. Yes, it's my birthday, so there's that. Secondly, we got some Christmas gifts, and so some new gear we wanted to take out. I have this lovely new Columbia jacket, turbo down, Omni heat, lovely thing. I've been wanting a lighter weight warm coat for a while now, and Melissa got me one for Christmas, so I'm pretty excited about that. So trying that out today. Melissa got a few gear items. I don't think she's using any today. She might have brought some with her. She got some new poles, trekking poles, and rain jacket. And last night, she picked up some new boots because the last couple trips her feet have been wet and cold. So she wanted some boots that were waterproof because her waterproof boots are not waterproof anymore. And she's never owned winter boots, so she has some nice insulated boots. I think she got the Columbia Bugaboot Omni Heat something or other. They're on sale at Dick's. So she's trying those out today. I think she has a little bit of a hot spot. She was saying on the back of her heel. So when we get to the campsite here, shouldn't be too far away, another mile or so less. We'll check that out and see what's rubbing and see if we can't get it squared away. So. I always love when they put a bench at the top of the stairs because they know what's up. So apparently there's some kind of little trail here. I believe that if you stay at the backpacking site, you can buy firewood and have it delivered out. So that might be what this section of the trail is here. It looks like it's big enough for a quad to get through, or maybe at some point a pickup truck, small one. But yeah, I think we're getting pretty close to where the campsites are. And we're gonna stop and have a little snack. Yeah. Daisy, you having fun? We'll take that as a maybe. So we have reached the backpacking camping area. So we're gonna go down the trail a little bit, see what it's all about, and stop and make some lunch. So it appears to be, I don't know, 5 to 7 spots like this. Picnic table, fire ring, back in this area. It's supposed to be accessible only by people who walk the trail, so that's a plus. There's also a latrine style toilet up here, and a wood shed, so that if you are one of the people that want to camp out here and have wood delivered, then there's a road right here. They'll drive out and drop wood off, but the campsite's closed for the season, so my guess is that there's not going to be any wood delivered tonight. There's also trash collection for bag trash only. Basic campsite rules, raccoon awareness, because this place has a bad raccoon problem. Yeah, it's a nice little campsite. Be a fun overnight if it wasn't close to the season. There's also water. I bet it's not running now because it's cold and they don't want the pipes to freeze. So my guess is it's all shut off for the season. You can see some fresh Teflon tape there. So they must turn the water off and cap them for the season. So we're going to find a nice quiet bench and I think have some chicken and couscous. Yeah? So not so much a loop, but out and back. And they let you know when you've reached the finish. So lots of campsites. I think we're going to go straight ahead and have lunch at that one. Somebody is all tangled. Good girl. Alright guys, what's up? So we got to our backpacking site. I'm getting some water boiling. I have a little hot cocoa. And I have some couscous, I believe, with some gravy and chicken. Melissa's getting her feet squared away. She's trying to change the socks and tighten up the boots and doing some stuff. I think overall she likes them. She's only got that rub spot on one boot, so I don't know, she's got 60 days. Maybe we'll do another day hike or something and see if she really likes them before she has to take them back or not and make that choice. Couple things I like to do when I'm hiking in the cold like this. I don't know if you noticed earlier, I had a buff on my head. When I'm moving, I know I sweat a lot, and now that I've stopped, I get a little chilly. So I like to keep a dry hat, that type of stuff. I have a little down blanket with me. That way, if I want to take my coat off and let it dry a little bit, I can wrap up in that and stay warm. But just know your body. Me, I know I sweat a lot, so know that when I start to sweat, I need to stop, take a layer off, add a layer, do what I need to do to regulate my body temperature. Because once I'm wet, you're wet, and that's not good if you're actually doing overnight. Luckily, we're just doing a little day hike today, so a little wetness isn't going to hurt anybody. It's just make everybody a little bit miserable. So Melissa.
Yes.
How are your new boots?
Good. Needed to be worn in a little bit, but hey, that's no better way to get it done. So made some adjustments. I think they'll be okay for the walk back.
How's your chicken and couscous?
It's good. It's hitting the spot.
How's your meal, Daisy?
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. No.
So Melissa's getting her new trekking poles all set up. Her first use. I think she's going to try them on the way back and see how she enjoys them. They're Lucky's something or other women's version. So she always had issues with her pole wrist straps being too small, that she couldn't properly use them. So these were designed for women. So hopefully these will work for her. So we're over here. We're at the farthest campsite down the road, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right down there is Sugar Creek. You can maybe make it out through the woods, but one of these paths here goes down to a canoe campsite, which is right next to the creek, so you can do canoe camping and that kind of stuff down there as well. So pretty nice location if you come out here for a couple days. You're able to go down the creek, splash around, have a good time in the summer. So yeah, they're nice campsites. There's plenty of options, plenty of space for tents. as well as hammocking, depending on what you want to do. I think Melissa's got her pole squared away. And I think we're going to head back out on the trail back. And so it was 3.7 miles here. Allegedly it's only 2.25. We also did just do a side jaunt to the restrooms and the campsites. And we came all the way out to the farthest campsite too. So, I don't know, probably 2-ish, 3-ish miles back. So we'll be back in an hour and a half-ish. Probably less. Yeah, we'll see you back there. So, just finishing up trail, probably 100 feet from the parking lot. Apple Watch says we're a little under 7 miles, a little over 6.5. It was a nice trail, warmed up. My new Columbia jacket is quite warm. I had to take it off the way back once it warmed up and the sun came out, so that's always good. It was a pretty day, it was a pretty park. We saw one other group of guys out today. Other than that, haven't seen anybody, so that was kind of nice. And I think we are going to hit the road and go get some birthday pho for lunch/dinner. So, good seeing you guys. This is Quarter Zip, signing out. Apparently someone's tired from trail. Zip, zip, zip.